Namaste, welcome back, welcome if you're new, welcome to the channel. Happy 2026. I have a specific message. Ooh. all right, someone is feeling incredibly lucky. All right, and it simply has to do with the fact of how you tell them yes and no. All right, you are unpredictable right now. I'm hearing Pitbull, I know you want me. All right, you know I want you. All right, this is so funny. We're doing a you versus them. It's something about the way that you tell them yes, no. You want to rip their clothes off, but at the same time you're like, nope, I'm not doing that. All right, how you're feeling, divine feminine? We have the 7 of Wands here. It's not easy. I feel like you are in a situation where you feel like your hands are tied and they're kind of chopped off. It's like you want to be instinctual and rip their clothes off and get to know them, all right? Or get to know them all over again. I don't know, this could be a reconciliation for some of you, all right? However, you just can't. You cannot, because you gotta mean what you say, all right? You need to appear strong and capable, all right? Even though they kind of make you weak in the knees. This is a 7 of Wands. I knew this reading was gonna get me. When I heard the message, when I woke up, I was like, all right, this one's gonna be touchy-feely. All right, let me see. Why do they love the way you tell them yes and no? Do I want to take those? No, it's too many. All right. Why does your masculine love the way you tell them yes and no? All right, it was still 3 again. All right, so I'm just gonna take these. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, and the 6 of Coins. You know what it is? I feel that they're used to popping champagne and mixing business with pleasure also is what I'm getting here. All right, or getting confused with who's who. Does that make sense? For those of you that this is resonating, you can just be like, yes, girl, this is my reading. All right. Or you can simply write down in the comments, if you feel guided to, the person of my dreams is madly in love with me. Yes, you are right. Because I know I'm right. It's sort of like they are used to people pleasing them or people pleasing. They're used to coloring in and outside of the lines. But with you, it's like, no, thanks for the champagne. Thanks for the fun. Thanks for that. All right. But I'm going home. Okay. I'm trying to be a wife, not a homewrecker. I'm trying to be all right, fit the roles where they be. I'm trying. I'm not even trying. I am that. All right. How are you going to know this is your reading? We have the 8 of Pentacles here. All right. You guys could be from different cultural backgrounds. All right. One of you are fair skinned. The other is a little brown skin. All right. Someone likes a little cream in their coffee. All right. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay. For others of you, this could be someone that you met them or you've seen them, and in some sort of way your interaction with them feels like you have known them for a very long time. That's how you're gonna know this is your reading. That is why the way you tell them yes and no, it's like you make them feel like a kid again that needs to kind of grow up. And the reason I'm saying that is because we have the Six of Pentacles here, right? This is giving and receiving. And it's like, I don't know why I'm here. My clairaudience. That's all you got? You could do better than that. That's how you make them feel. And they just want to try harder. And they just get like so turned on by you when you make them work for it. Wait for it is coming through as well. All right, let's get 2 more cards for you. I definitely want to tap into what could potentially be some of the challenges. All right, 1 more card for you. What's on your mind about them is you feel like in the past you have been stressed out, you have cried over relationships, you have been disappointed, and you're just like, I've actually found a way to be happy with myself. And I don't know what movie this is. I cannot think of what, but there's a quote from a movie. Is it Do the Right Thing? I don't know. But it's like, you could ride a train by yourself, all right? Spike Lee could be significant here. That's how you're gonna know this is your reading, all right? We have really strong Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, we got Cancer, we got water energy, we got fire energy coming in hot and heavy with the 7 of Wands. Yeah, it's like, yeah, if you feel like this person is toxic or someone is toxic, you'd rather, you know, you don't want to chop their hands off. You might have had you might have had to, I don't know. You might have had to create some distance, all right? But you feel like you made the right decision, all right, if that is the case. All right, let's see, how else are you feeling about them at this time? Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. Welcome to the channel. We're back again, giving you the spiritual tea that you need. Thank you so much. If you have already clicked that notification bell, look at that. I'm loving this. I'm loving this energy so much. You're just like, I get exactly what I want. Yes, I do. If you know that you always get exactly what you want, let me know down in the comments, okay? Because I'm getting the vibe that you won't, let me tell you, leaps and bounds, all right? The only thing that is stopping or put on pause is what you say, all right? You say it how it is. You tell it like it is. You keep it real. And if you don't need to speak, you don't need to speak. You're showing up as the magician, all right? And that's your energy. You're showing up as someone who is I'm hearing do-gooder, but it's not good or better. You know, a do-better person is like, if you know better, then you will do better, right? Is that making sense? So I'm loving this energy for you. Your speech is impeccable. The way you look is flawless. That's what's on your mind. You know this already. And you know that this is how they're seeing you. But you're just hoping that, you know, behind all of that glitz and glamour and luxury, that they see that you're actually someone who enjoys solitude here with this 4 of Swords. You enjoy a nice movie, peace and quiet. You're done with the traumas and the dramas in your life. Seriously, okay? So let's just see, what are some of the challenges that I feel could be coming up, I'm seeing in this connection, just for fun. All right. I just want to tap into that really quick, because obviously if you have to tell them no, there's a reason why, right? So let's see what's up with the traumas. All right. someone could be making poor decisions. All right. It's sort of like having a connection that you should have closed the door on a long time ago. I don't know if you guys just heard that door slam, right? Having a connection you should have closed the door on, closed the chapter on a long time ago, but you didn't. Waiting too long, all right, and not listening to your intuition. All right, judgment is coming through heavy. What is this judgment about? There we go. Moving too fast. All right. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So what could be some of the challenges? One person could be wanting something to happen really fast, and the other might be wanting to take their time, because it is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but it's putting on a show. All right. So I guess one of the challenges could be is like, if they're not putting in the effort and they're taking a long time, right? Or if you're unable to see the effort, you know, it's like it's too little, too late. All right. I don't know who this reading is for, but let me know. All right. I definitely want to get, I'm just going to ask. I want to ask. I really, really, truly want to know. All right. Yes. Let's get some spirituality. I love the way you tell me yes and no. All right. Why do you feel like you need to hold back with this person? All right. Okay. Why do you feel like you need to hold back with this person? And what do they love about that? All right. You know why? Because it's just like they are a party. All right. We have celebration. All right. We do have public social gatherings. So maybe okay, there could be aspects of their life or that concerns you. Okay, that's for some of you. And I also feel like there could be, all right, that door. It's sort of like this person, I don't know, they have an obnoxious dog, all right, coming in and out, and so that door just keeps slamming. But I feel like there's something spiritual, all right, that has to do with that door. So I get the vibe that this celebration, this public celebration, you have so much fun with them. You feel as though you could spend the rest of your life with them, but you worry because it's so much fun. It's too much fun. All right. Yep, that's why you hold back. All right. For some of you, you might have seen something. You might feel like they party too much. That's for some of you. Las Vegas is coming through. All right. I do get a sense of there could be some opposites attract. All right. But let's just see. What do they love about that? They're like, my baby is so dang on smart. My baby, we have a psychic connection. My baby can read my mind, your mind. All right. Some of you could be quite intuitive, insightful. They're just like, they know when you tell them no or you say yes about anything, that it's on point, that you are on point. How are you going to know this is your reading? You like wearing nude lipstick, all right? Nude lipstick. Sometimes you'll put a little pop of red, but you kind of like that nude look, all right? That less is more. If you just purchase some rosy blush, okay? Or if you've been thinking of purchasing something in the form of a color pink, right? That's how you're going to know this is your reading. If you like reading and watching tarot videos, but you know damn well you should not pick up a deck, all right? That's how you're going to know this is your reading. If you're just an open-minded person and your intuition is usually spot on and you feel a spiritual connection with this person, that's how you're going to know this is your reading, all right? And speaking of readings, if you guys are interested in purchasing a reading with me, all of the information linked in the description below on how to do so. All right, let's get another one and see why. It's a spiritual contract, all right? And also, somehow this person, they enjoy a good debate, litigation. This is an intellect that you're dealing with, all right? This could be someone who is a literary scholar or just someone who works in the justice system. This could be someone divorced, maybe you or them. But what I'm getting here is with this legal matters and this judgment is, it's just like you call people out, you call them out, all right? Okay, for example, you could be like, that's a good idea. For example, someone who wants to be a club promoter, you're like, yes, that's a great idea. You are a great judge of character. You're really good at matchmaking. That's how you're gonna know this is your reading and they just trust you overall. Okay, let's get some really quick thoughts. All right, what are they thinking about when you tell them no? All right, how does that make them feel when you tell them no? How does that make them feel? Ooh, words do hurt. Words do hurt. I'm sorry. Listen. Maybe you could say it in a softer way, right? If I ask you to stay, would you leave? All right. I never imagined so much perfection. Have I lost everything? So here's the deal. Even though it hurts, it feels so good. That's what I'm seeing here. The number 9 could be significant. Even though when you tell them no, they still love it. They think it's perfect. They need to be told no. This is technically pre-Empress energy, right? So if you are looking to get married or reconcile, this is the type of energy that you are drawing to yourself. That's how you're going to know who this person is. They're not going to run away when you say no. They're going to actually work harder and they're going to understand, take the time to freaking understand why you said no. Right? This is not going to be someone who's super defensive. If you're dealing with someone who's overly defensive, this might not be your reading, or that's your sign and your clue that that is not this person, if that makes sense. All right, because you turned them on. You heard. Let me tell you, the color blue could be significant. All right, now let's just get some quick messages from my ancestors spiritual confirmation deck to close out. Look at that. The next one will be the best one. This could be something that you know, or you already know that you need to pay attention to, but you've been avoiding this, right? So if you're stuck in the past, let the past go. The next one will be the best one. The next job, the next relationship, the next opportunity, the next love. This new love that's here right now, they're not like the past love. All right, let's get one more for my ancestors spiritual confirmation deck. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna take this top one. Wow, slow and steady wins the race. All right, this is a repeating message from another reading, and I'll take this one too. Someone is listening to 90s music and crying over you. Yeah, so that's gonna be a clue and a sign. That could be your ex if you want them to cry over you, but I get the vibe that, yeah, someone is feeling, they're crying happy tears.